In a cozy little town, nestled between rolling green hills, lived a little boy named Leo. Leo was bright and full of giggles, but he had a secret. The world of letters and words was a jumbled, confusing mess to him. While other kids in his class eagerly raised their hands to read, Leo would shrink in his seat, hoping not to be called on. Books, with their endless lines of squiggles, felt like giant, sleeping dragons he was too afraid to wake. His teacher, Ms. Agnier, had a smile as warm as a summer morning and eyes that sparkled with kindness. She noticed Leo's struggle. Instead of making him read aloud, she decided to take him on a different kind of adventure. One sunny afternoon, after class, she called Leo to her desk. On it sat a dusty, old-looking book with a golden clasp. "Leo," she whispered, "this isn't just any book. It's a map to a hidden world, the Whispering Woods, and it needs a brave explorer to unlock its secrets." Leo's eyes widened. An adventure! He loved adventures. Miss Anya opened the book. The first page had just one big, beautifully drawn letter. A. "This," she said, "is the archway to the woods. It's a very tall and proud letter, standing on two strong legs. Can you trace it with your finger?" Leo hesitantly traced the array. As his finger moved, he imagined a giant wooden archway. "Good," Miss Anya smiled. "And listen, it makes a sound, like when you see something amazing, and say, 'Ah.'" The next day, she showed him the letter B. "This is Barnaby the bear," she explained, pointing to a drawing of a cuddly bear with a big, round belly. "He's carrying a big bundle of blueberries. See his back and his big tummy? He loves to hum bee-bee-bee." Leo giggled, tracing the B and humming just like Barnaby. Each day, a new character from the Whispering Woods appeared. C was a mischievous, curling cat. D was a dinosaur with a long, straight back. Slowly, the letters stopped being scary squiggles. They became his friends. One afternoon, Ms. Agnier placed 3 letter character cards together. C, A, and T. "Look, Leo," she said softly. "Our friends are standing together. The curling cat, the amazing archway, and the tall tree. Let's say their sounds together. See." Leo's lips moved, mimicking her "see." Suddenly, his eyes lit up. "Cat!" he shouted, pointing to the picture of the cat next to the word. "It says cat." It was the first word he had ever read by himself. A wave of pride washed over him, bigger and more thrilling than any imaginary adventure. Their journey continued. They met vowel owls who sang beautiful melodies and consonant critters who marched in a parade. They learned that when letters held hands, they told stories. They read about Barnaby the bear and the curling cat having a picnic under the tall tree. The jumbled mess in Leo's mind began to untangle, replaced by a vibrant world of characters and tailies. One day, Ms. Anya gave Leo a new book. It wasn't the old map. It was a storybook with a shiny cover showing a knight and a dragon. "I think you're ready for a new quest, Sir Leo," she said with a wink. Leo opened the book. He saw the words, but he also saw his friends, the proud A, the bubbly B, the curling C. He took a deep breath and began to read aloud. "Once upon a time." His voice was small at first, but it grew stronger with every word. He read about the brave knight who climbed a tall mountain. He read about the dragon who wasn't fierce but lonely. He was no longer just sounding out letters. He was telling a story. Miss Anya listened, her heart swelling with pride. The other kids in the class, who were packing up, paused to listen too. They weren't looking at him because he was struggling. They were captivated by the tale he was weaving. When he finished the first page, The classroom was silent for a moment, and then it erupted in cheers. Leo looked up, his face flushed with a triumphant grin. He wasn't the boy who couldn't read anymore. He was Leo the storyteller, Leo the adventurer, Leo the explorer of 1,000 worlds, all waiting for him between the pages of a book. From that day on, the library became his favorite place. Every book was a new door, and he had the keys. He learned that the biggest adventures weren't just in whispering woods, but in every story he could now read for himself. And it all started with a kind teacher who showed him that letters were just symbols on a page. They were friends waiting to say hello.